What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider dropping a like and a subscribe at the end if you did enjoy the video. So if you're a regular viewer, you'll notice this is a new angle here. I'm using my Samsung Galaxy phone to actually record because it's a lot better than my DSLR, and please excuse the Fortnite in the background. I couldn't get an angle without my PC monitor being in it. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back, and I absolutely loved this episode. It was so good. It's so packed with so much to talk about. So first of all, let's talk about Patrick Warburton being here in the episode, being Stoner. Now, Rick Stoner was actually one of the original leaders of S.H.I.E.L.D. until everything went down, everything went wrong. He left and then became an enemy of Nick Fury. He was actually one of the people who was in Nick Fury's original group before S.H.I.E.L.D. was actually invented. So that's pretty cool there. And this was actually a Project Reclamation, and I'm a bit disappointed this wasn't some sort of big lighthouse reveal. This wasn't a huge reveal as to aliens built this place. It was literally just an off-the-grid S.H.I.E.L.D. base. However, part of me is thinking that this may come out and this wasn't just Project Reclamation. This is something else, because Rick Stoner actually kind of got disavowed, sort of. So maybe this is all part of something else bigger we are yet to actually see. So next up, the big thing here is that, well, we've got Ruby. Now, I'm not going to go in chronological order of the episode. I've just got a huge, like, a list of notes and talking points I actually want to talk about. So Ruby, played by Dove Cameron, was in this episode, and she was really good. I really did like her in this episode. She was really well done in this, and she was a great addition. The acting was great, I think, by her, and really she is playing some real evil, not evil, but playing a badass here, as we saw at the end of the episode. So it's not really clear as to who she actually really is. However, there is a similar person in the comics. So it was actually Scorpion. Now, Scorpion was a cybernetic girl who was created as part of AIM, and she was created by Monica Rapanici. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I could be very wrong, but that's an interesting thing there as well, with the Superior as well possibly coming back. I'm not really excited about the Superior coming back. I was talking to What the Geek before I started recording, and we were talking about that, and he's big on his the Superior. Now, I didn't like the LMD arc whatsoever in the last season. It just wasn't really for me. I didn't really like it. But it's interesting that she's got AIM connections. However, I'm not too big on the whole AIM thing. I really did like it in Iron Man 3, but they did kind of muck up there, to be honest. We've also got possibilities of MODOK as well, perhaps. Maybe, probably not, because it's not really kind of something that I want to see, and I can't really see them doing that in the show. But again, I could be very wrong. We did have her, or kind of have Ruby come in, and she was with kind of like the sort of LMD style people. I think these were like LMD robots, which just didn't have a proper face. They didn't have like a persona that they've taken on or stolen from someone. So that is the early part of this, and it just does kind of connect in, because General Hale doesn't actually think that S.H.I.E.L.D's evil. I don't think. She knows that. She knows they're not bad at all. She knows the whole story with Talbot, and she knows the MDs, and, well, she's got that same technology as well at her disposal. So there is an interesting thing there. The question is, who is she actually working for? Because I do think that she does have some sort of leader or something like that. Could be the Superior. The Superior could be leading things from the shadows, perhaps. But I really don't want. I didn't like the character. I'm really biased there. I just really didn't like him, and I really didn't like that arc at all. I don't know. It's just me. I know a lot of you did, but for me, it just wasn't my bag. We also got Piper played as well, so this leads me to think that she does have another motive, because Piper very naively trusted her, and we've also got her promising things to the Absorbing Man at the end of the episode, and we've also got her promise things to Ruby, saying that, well, they're on the good side and things like that, and we've got Ruby locked up like a subject, like she is kind of one of the subjects or something in the base. Now it's kind of weird they didn't utilize her when they did have the huge escape that in a couple of episodes ago with Hunter and good old Fitz as well. So it's really, really weird that they didn't utilize her in there. I don't know. It's really strange. And next up, we've got Deke. Our boy Deke has returned. Now, one thing that did kind of bother me in this, so at the start of the episode, we see all the agents coming together. They all appear in the same part of the lighthouse together. But in the original part, in the original kind of monolith, when it went through, they were all landed at different locations in the future. So why didn't they do that this time? And Deke, who was sort of near or kind of a bit far away, I'm not sure the exact location, how far he was away from them, he's landed completely not in the lighthouse. He's in the river's end kind of town and things like that. So it's really weird that it was only him who landed really far away. But I guess storytelling, they want them just to be together and not have to go through the whole thing of finding each other and things like that. They just want to progress, which is one thing I really like about this show, is that they progress things forward easily. They don't leave us hanging. They don't leave us on any sort of major cliffhangers or anything like that. They do, but it's resolved the next episode. So we don't have to be left hanging for ages. There's no huge season-long mysteries, technically, which is something which I'm getting a bit bored of with all the DC TV shows, with the exception to Gotham. And, well, you say Lucifer, but I don't watch Lucifer. That's another one I can think of. But it was really, really cool to see Deke in this. He was really, really funny when he wanted to try a beer and things like that. He's trying all the Alka-Pops. It's really weird. He gives him like a VK or what is it, like a Smirnoff Ice, which was really, really funny. He absolutely loved that and was drinking it and things like that. So it was really, really cool to see him in this episode. And I did love the scene with Daisy coming in and saving him from the police station. Although I thought it was a bit kind of cheap that the police officer clocked her really early and things like that. It was just a bit strange. Surely she would kind of get all their outbound communications and route them maybe through Noah. I thought that would be a bit more interesting and a bit more kind of smart from her. But, of course, they need to be noticed so they can get attacked or whatever. So S.H.I.E.L.D. is actually on the run, and the whole part of this episode was that they saw a light coming from the sky, and this is what started it. And, well, it was all a ploy. All a complete ploy. And part of me was thinking, oh, this is it. The invasion happens and the invasion is stopped, but it is... the kind of Earth is destroyed as a result of that. So that was pretty cool that they got played like that. I like that twist. There was lots of twists and turns in this episode, and I'm really liking Noah in this, who's now dead. I'm guessing he's dead. He pretty much is killed by that explosion. And, well, it was strange because you got someone who was in Avatar, he was in Bones as well, the actor, and he's gone already. I mean, hopefully we get Enoch back. And again, the cynical part of me is thinking that these recorder things, they are going to have a bigger impact. There's going to be a big twist with them at some point. Now, what I did like was the references. We had an Asgardian on Earth, which, now, that has to be a reference to Thor Ragnarok. I would presume, I highly would think that is possibly due to maybe either Odin on Earth in the old people's home, or it's just simply down to Loki and Thor on Earth as well, perhaps. Or it's the dude who was actually an Asgardian in one of the previous seasons. I can't really remember his name at this point, but that he was in this. So we've got a new team being put together as well. So what could that actually be? There's so many we could actually think of. So we've got the Thunderbolts. That'd be an interesting choice, but then the Thunderbolts were put together to actually, they kind of start doing heroic things like that. They are reformed villains. So these are what this is. Crusher Creel is sort of being kind of redeemed and things like that. We've got other people joining as well. Other villains are coming back. So are they setting up some sort of Thunderbolts? Now, personally, I would have thought it would be Hammer. Now, Hammer was set up after the Secret Invasion, or after Civil War, all that kind of craziness, and we actually had Norman Osborn set up a group of villains for his own gain. However, Hammer was actually in a previous episode. Hammer was involved and it did have, like, it was on the screen at the hub. So it's kind of weird that we got that, and Hammer would be a good thing here. Now, another version is, of course, the Secret Warriors. Now, bear with me here, bear with me. Now, the Secret Warriors are, of course, they're good. They are good. However, what we could have here is, we've got Yo-Yo and Quake, who were actually in the Secret Warriors. And in a version of the Secret Warriors, Yo-Yo did have cybernetic arms. So, we could actually see this as a kind of creation of the Secret Warriors. But then what happens is, Quake actually takes them over and starts leading them. So I think that would be really, really cool. So I think this might be the birth of perhaps the Secret Warriors, maybe. We've also got Yo-Yo with the Prophecy, and the Prophecy is starting it. Well, it's coming true. Her arms have been destroyed. And part of me, I did think that her arms were destroyed by Cassius in the kind of the future, possibly due to the fact that, well, they could stop her from, you know, using her powers and things like that. But she's gonna get cybernetic arms. It's gonna be kind of similar to Coulson and things like that. So it's gonna be really, really cool. But I can see this group coming together and to take on S.H.I.E.L.D. And I do think that General Hale has a leader, a group, or someone, a superior who is actually from the shadows leading her or something like that. There's Hydra, there is, like I said, the Superior. There's so many, but personally I'm not going to pinpoint down exactly who I think it could be. I'll probably do a theory video or something like that during the week. We also have the 3 monoliths that were actually revealed when they went to the storage room in the lighthouse. So I'm probably going to think that they may use the time traveling one at some point. And also we're going to be getting the other one, the one that sends them to the other planet. That might be used maybe to get Hive back using some sort of time travel weirdness. So that might be there. I might do a theory video on that, kind of break out that theory a bit more as well. However, that is it for this video. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.